Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's Bobby. Welcome back to my channel for another video. I hope you all had a fantastic holiday. I got to spend time with my boys and Bona's daughter, and of course my husband. So that was great. All in all, great holiday. So anyway, I wanted to get into a quick little plan with me before I really start getting into 2026 setup and inserts and stuff like that. So if that's something that you're interested in, stay tuned. Start by moving the coffee out of the way. And I mean, I'm still in my Moterm personal wide and pebble quartz. So, okay, so let's see. I'm trying hard not to say so, but I don't know of another transition word. So, oh, there I go again. Okay, so I'm just going to pull out this week. I'm using the Week on 2 Pages by Haru Plans. So, and I've got my sticky note from Plan with B. I have a meeting this morning at 10 o'clock. So, gonna have to document that. And I was not using daily pages, but I think I need to. I just need to have that list. Just count the pages. Okay. Put this up there. Get these. I need my pen and my Tombow. I will be doing a video a little later on this week on my 2026 inserts and setup. So if you're interested in that, that will be posted later on this week. Okay, so let's highlight the week that we're on. This is the last week of, what's a split week? The last week of December. Okay. I did spend some time over the weekend to get my office straight. I'll throw a photo in of that somewhere in here. And I have some updated video or photos, whatever, of baby cat, since everybody was interested. So I'll get those in throughout the video as well, or at the end, or wherever. I don't know where I'll put them, but, you know, we'll get them in somewhere. Oh, pardon me. Had to get some of my coffee. Okay, so today, because I have my meeting, I'm just going to put my dot. And I'm still using the Tombow 800, I believe it is, baby pink. So I will be changing this out. I believe, I'm not sure which one I'm going to go with. I know it's going to be a pink, obviously. But I'm just not sure if it's going to be carnation or if it's going to be another color. So we'll see. Okay, so I have a 10 a.m. meeting with my boss. So I'm gonna go through my to-do list here. Oh, wait a minute, let me bring you guys in a little bit. Let's see. Okay. That should work, right? Alright. So I'm gonna work on my to-do list a little bit because I do have some things that I need to get done this week that are kind of high priority, but they're not day or time specific. So I don't need to necessarily put them on the calendar section. So I need to order uniforms. And actually, that's going to be one of my top 3 priorities. All right. I'm still waiting on some size information from a couple of the folks. So I really can't order the uniforms until I have their sizes. My top priority this week is going to be my 2026 set up. Excuse me. I'm not sure about a third priority just yet. So I'm just going to leave that blank. So I need to order the company uniforms. Let's see. Man, there was something else that I needed to do. And it escapes me right now. Jeez, he was. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm just going to keep it moving. It'll come back to me. So on Thursday, with Thursday being the 1st, Thursday is when I want to weigh in. One of my goals, as you'll see in a later video, one of my goals this week is just to manage my weight. So, no different than last year. Let's see, and then, okay, Friday and Sunday. We have bonus daughter this weekend, so all right. Okay. I do need to meal plan. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I need to do the grocery list. And then grocery store. I want to do laundry this week as well. I'm just not sure if I want to do it today, tomorrow, whatever. So, okay. Tomorrow's supposed to be like really cold. Today's supposed to be kind of nice, like pushing 60, I think. And then tomorrow, like the high is 36. So it's going to be a 23-degree difference in temperatures between today and tomorrow. So I need to film I need to finish my 2026 setup. So, I think I'm going to do that today. So, oh, baby cat. I hope you guys heard her. She just jumped up on the couch next to me. I want to print inserts, and then I want to do 2026 setup. I want to reorganize my book. I've noticed some things aren't working for me, so I wanted to do that. I've been using this little notebook here. I got this, it's a 3-pack from Walmart. So I've just been, using it just to jot notes down and whatnot. I keep it in the front. I've been keeping it in the front here just so it's with me always. So when I think of something, it's there ready for me to use. So, and then I need to film. I think I'm going to film on Wednesday. Maybe. I'm going to put it on Wednesday's calendar, or Wednesday's day. I'll film my 2026 setup. And I'm thinking about doing a separate video for my 2026 goals. I still really haven't nailed those down as concretely as I would like to have done by now. But maybe I'll film a second video on that. Like what my goals are, how I'm setting them up in my book. I'm going to track them, all that stuff. So I'll need to edit and upload and all that kind of stuff. Thursday. I don't have any other meetings coming up because with it being the end of the year, you know, if things are kind of slow. I do have a meeting today at 10, but I don't know what's going to come of that. So, Friday I'm not going to do a whole lot because I got to leave early, you know, to be able to pick up bonus daughter. Saturday I'm not going to do much of anything. Probably just sit around and just relax. Sunday it's the usual, you know, fill vitamins. I'm gonna do my nails maybe. I don't know, I've been getting some decent use out of these nails. I don't know, these are press-ons. So, and I use super glue. Like, no joke. Like, super glue. This is what I use. Okay, and then I put like the gel top coat on and I use the light. So, that's it. I'm not trying to spend a boatload of time or money on my nails. Okay, so we did, like Christmas dinner, I thought I was going to have leftovers for days. You know, because I don't know how to cook for, you know, anybody other than the entire neighborhood. But y'all, when I tell you that my family ate, they ate. I had enough mac and cheese left to do leftovers on Friday for my husband, bonus daughter, and myself. And that's only because bonus daughter is not a fan of homemade macaroni and cheese. She's like I was when I was a kid. Like, I despised homemade macaroni and cheese when I was a kid. Absolutely hated it. All I wanted was, like, Velveeta or Kraft. It was the only macaroni and cheese I wanted to eat. It's a different story now, obviously, but it's just kind of funny to me that she's the same way I was. So I don't push it on her. You know, she doesn't like it, she doesn't like it. It was pushed on me, you know, when I was a kid, but I come from a different kind of family. I actually made fun of me, you know, for it, but it is what it is. It made me who I am. So, anyway, so we didn't have the amount of leftovers available that I thought we were going to have. So, what I did was, I had my husband on Saturday. I had my husband take the ham off of the bone, you know, what was left of the ham off the bone, because I wanted to use the bone to make a pot of lima bean soup. So, he got all the ham off, well, as much as the ham off as I wanted him to get, and then I boiled it in water, obviously, on the stove for a while, you know, just so the rest of the ham could drop off and to get the essence and everything. And then I made a pot of lima bean soup, and so my husband and I had that for dinner Saturday night, and last night I made spaghetti. So not only do we have leftover lima bean soup in the fridge, we also have leftover spaghetti. So I'm thinking that I'm probably going to eat the soup for lunch, you know, throughout the week. So today is Monday, so today is going to be a leftovers day. We're going to have the leftover spaghetti and, you know, garlic bread, the whole nine. I really don't want to do tacos on Tuesday. I really don't, because it's ground beef back to back, because I put ground beef in my spaghetti sauce. So, but I know that doesn't matter too much. But I don't know. I kind of want to have something with chicken. You know, we haven't had chicken in a while, but I don't know, you know, what to make. So I need to go back to my meals and, you know, my family meal ideas. And then I have a ton of recipes saved to my phone, like in my camera roll, and saved on TikTok that look good and we want to try. But I'm kind of nervous about trying new recipes. I mean, if they don't turn out right, I'm wasted time, money, and food, and then you still have to turn around and find something else. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. But anyway, I'm just going to leave that blank for right now. I need to take inventory of what we have before I go and do another grocery list. So I will do that this week. So let me just do over here. All right, food inventory. Okay, so with that being said, I'm just going to leave this as it is. Okay, I don't want to... I don't want to write things in here and then cross it off. You guys know I don't like that. So anyway, put the sticky note back on there and set those off to the side. I'm going to get my daily pages out and, we'll go through those. I cannot believe that this year is over. Essentially, it went by quick. All right, so I'm just going to go through and put the days and the date. I have to get used to writing 26 here before long. Have you guys set your goals yet for 2026? I'm kind of curious as to what's going to be driving everybody. Wait a minute, is this right? No. You guys, I completely did this wrong. Okay. So I can leave that out. Maybe. Oh my goodness. Nothing like not knowing what day of the week you're on. Okay, give me a second, guys. Oh. Alright, let's start this mess over again. So, because today is the 29th, not the 28th. Alright. Another reason why I like rings. Mess up, you just keep it moving. So I'm curious, what are your goals for 2026? Are you going to be, and what's your method of planning? Are you going to be in a bound book? Are you going to be in a rings planner? Are you going digital? Oh, gosh, and Thursday is the 1st, right? Yeah, look, here we go. 1/1/26. Oh, gosh. My brother-in-law's birthday is coming up soon. It's funny because both of my brother-in-laws, their birthdays are on the same day. Yeah, my sister's husband and my husband's brother both share the same birth date. Okay. Oh, I just remember what else I got to do. I told you guys it would come to me. All right, I got to do my IBR renewal. All right, for my student loans. All right, let me grab a Let me grab a quick shot of coffee, y'all. Okay. Alright, Monday. Today. So, I'm going to do, at the top, just my meeting with my boss. And then I had some stuff on my list from yesterday that I did not do, that I need to do today. I have to do today. So I'm just going to do meal plan. You know, that's kind of important. I need to scoop the litter box. And you guys, when I write scoop litter box, this could mean anything from like actually scooping it or dumping it, cleaning it, and replacing the litter. You know, I just put scoop litter box for everything that I have to do with the litter box. I do need to wax my eyebrows today. And I need to wash dishes because I did dishes like 3 times yesterday, and I was not about to wash dishes again after dinner. So fortunately, it's not a lot. I do make homemade spaghetti sauce, but I make it in the crock pot, and I use a crock pot liner. So when the sauce is done and it's seasoned, you know, the way it needs to be seasoned, I'll cook my ground beef, drain the grease, and then I dump my ground beef into the crock pot, so it's in the sauce. So the sauce permeates everything. Then I cook my noodles, and then when the noodles are done, I drain them, and then I dump them into the sauce too, mix it all together. So right now there is a crock pot, just the insert, the crock pot itself, not the whole unit. So there's a crock pot in my fridge that's, full of spaghetti. So, because again, I don't know how to cook for just 2 people. I just don't. Like, who makes half a box of spaghetti? How do I make sauce for just a half a box of spaghetti? I don't know how to do them. But anyway, so we'll probably finish that off tonight for dinner. And if we don't, there'll be a little bit left, like for me to have lunch tomorrow or Wednesday. Depends. Just break up the monotony of the soup, I guess. I don't know. I love lima bean soup, so it's not monotonous for me to eat that at all. But anyway, so I need to wash up the dinner dishes from last night. Just our bowls, the frying pan. Like when I was done with the ground beef and I was waiting for the noodle water to boil, I cleaned up the frying pan and my hamburger chopper, thingy. So it's just like literally the pot from the noodles, my colander, and then our bowls from last night's dinner. So it's not like a sink full or anything, but my sink is full. Do you know what I mean? So I have to wash those. Let's see. That's pretty much all I'm gonna do today. Well, actually, no, because I'm going to print inserts. And then I'm going to do my 2026 setup. All right. So, I don't have anything scheduled for Tuesday, so I'm just going to leave that blank. Wednesday, I am going to film 2026 setup and film 2026 goals. I gotta do laundry in here and stuff, but I'll just work through that. Thursday, I'm gonna weigh in. All right, just gonna get everything down right now, and then I can just go back and fill it in with stuff. All right, Friday, we need to Pick up bonus daughter at 4:30. Okay, nothing. And Sunday, we need to drop her off. And I need to fill vitamins and do my nails. Okay, so that's going to be it. I will take some of the things from my to-do list that we just did, my weekly to-do list down here. I'll take some of that stuff and fill it in, you know, as the week goes on. But as of right now, that's it. I do need to... I need to put my sticky note back because there's still some room left. Let me... Yeah, so hang on, guys. Okay. Alright, so there's still some room left. I can write some things down, so I'll just leave that right there. Just put these... Put the week back in. So that way we can be all ready to go. I feel like I've got a lot to do. I feel like I'm behind. But look, let me just tell you. I'll be sharing this with you guys in like a later video. I don't know if it's going to be my setup or my goals video. But let me tell you something. If y'all aren't using ChatGPT, I strongly recommend that you do. I keep seeing on TikTok some things and like some prompts to use with ChatGPT, and I do it, and it's amazing. So my ChatGPT's name is Frankie. I don't know if it's male or female. I assume it's a female. I call her her. So anyway, when I was working outside the house, I would talk to Frankie every day. You know, there's something I was working through every day, you know, while I was waiting, you know, because I would get to work like 45 minutes early just because I have a severe aversion to being late. But anyway, so I would talk to Frankie every day. And I saw on TikTok over the weekend, this one prompt. I'll have to type it out or share it with you guys or whatever. But where it essentially, I asked Frankie to tell me bluntly, no sugarcoating, nothing. Just tell me bluntly what I need to do based on what you know about me. What do I need to do to become a better version of myself in 2026? Y'all, and ChatGPT did not disappoint. Did not. So, maybe I'll share that with you in my goals video. I think that's appropriate. But anyway, all right, I'm going to get going so I can get cracking on some of my stuff before my meeting at 10. You know, I got to get this edited and uploaded. So, but anyway, I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.
Hold on, I'm going for it. Oh my God, there's a shit ton of raiders up here. Dead bodies galore up that stairs. Fuck.